What's up, y'all? Capone Sony here, and I'm going to talk about the guilds, how it's been going, what are my thoughts on this whole thing right now, and give you some updated setups on my end based on my previous video. I kind of gave you an idea of what I was running without having drawn on the Vincent Arcanum costume. So yeah, I'm going to try to help you out with that. I think I've kind of perfected my setup when it comes to doing the best I can. I've kind of labbed all these stages for a while now, and I think I found what works for me personally, and maybe it can help y'all as well. So first, I kind of want to talk about the guild structure, man. I'm not sure how I feel about this because, you know, these stages don't reset until everyone clears all the stages, and you know that can really put you in an awkward spot, especially like if a guild master or the submasters are running this. It's very stressful on their end to kind of, you know, pick and choose like, oh, who should run what, and you know, to kind of like get the most out of each character, you know, each guild member. Because ideally, you want the strongest guild members to be running stage 5, like, because they'll, you know, that's where they should be, right? Stage 5 or stage 4 to knock these out, and then your kind of your mid tier and your lower power guild members should probably be running 1 through 3. And yeah, or you know, if they're lower power, mid power, they can like do the cleanup. Like someone could probably just clean up this stage 4 right here after the reset. Which also, by the way, when the day resets at 10 p.m. Eastern, you know, it doesn't get rid of the percentages, which I think is kind of cool. So, like the percentages don't go back to 100%, which I thought was going to happen at first, but you know, apparently it doesn't. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's kind of stressful. You kind of have to keep looking at it, and yeah, a lot of coordination with your guilds and guild members. I'm not sure how it's going for y'all, but yeah, it's a lot of talking, a lot of chatting in Discord, and making sure everyone's done their attempts and who hasn't done their attempts yet, so we'll know which stages we should do and whatnot. Yeah, it's a lot of coordination, and it's, you know, I wish they kind of dumbed this down a little bit to just make it simpler. Like if we cleared the stage 5, I just wish it would just come back again, and anyone that can do good on stage 5 can just keep doing stage 5, right? But no, you got to clear all the stages in order for the whole thing to reset. So, you know, I don't like it, but yeah, that's what Applebot's doing. The other thing, mock battles. Mock battles mocked us. They are garbage. So I think all of y'all figured this out already. But mock battles are anything but a true mock, right? They just kind of give us an idea of how the fight's going to go, but it's not one-to-one. Because boss animations, what else? Boss animations and the summon animations, limit break animations, they all count toward the time in the fight. So the true time when the fight actually ends, if you kind of just stay in sigil phase the whole time, is like a couple seconds after the Gravisia attack in every stage. So that's like the true mock. So if you're actually going to run mocks for this, try to quit like just like one more attack for each character after Gravisia. So that's kind of your true score, your true mock, right? And yeah, just want to get that out of the way. I think Applebot's addressed this too. I think they did that because of like an anti-cheating thing, but it was really stupid, and a lot of people are pissed about it. And I think they said they're gonna try to make the mock a lot more, I guess, similar or just identical to the actual attempts for the battle. So yeah, you know, just want to get that out of the way because yeah, the mocks were anything but a true mock. So I'll give you an idea of what my updated setups are like. So for stage 1, I'm running triple DPS. It's not even DPS anymore. I replaced Lucia with Vincent because I found Vincent is just better as a Quake debuffer. Even without his Arcanum costume, even without his new White Dog weapon, he's just better to have in the battle as a Quake debuffer. And everyone should have this weapon OB2 just based off like free tickets and stuff. You'll get this 15 points in buff debuff extension, and this debuff for earth resistance, he's going to use it 2 times, even if you don't control him, so that's really nice to have. Plus his limit break, super strong, because it's going to do 3 times damage, because you're going to be at low percentage when you use it. That's another thing. You have to save your summons and your limit breaks for the final attack. Right when that clock's about to hit 1 second, 0 seconds, that's when you pop all your limit breaks. Because if you use them during the middle of the battle, you're just wasting time, when you could just be, you know, DPSing with your Quake setups. But other than that, yeah, it's just Vincent here. He's just going to do the best he can with Quake Hero, essentially. And Yeah, back weapons. He has this P-Attack All Allies weapon. And that's mainly to support Yuffie, which I found Yuffie, she's my strongest Quake DPS. I didn't think that was going to be the case, but she is. She has, I mean, she does have her Arcanum costume. She does have her weapon, but I was under the impression that physical attackers were just going to be heavily nerfed in this guild event compared to magic attackers. And that's not the case, because this Yuffie here is just much better than my Lucia. Like, there's no contest. This Yuffie here, she's doing like 600 to 700k compared to my Lucia's doing like maybe 350 max. So it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Once I've like labbed this out, I was like, okay, yeah, Yuffie's just better. Lucia's technically a little bit better than my Aerith though, but Aerith has Sun Umbrella, which is going to debuff physical and magic attack. Not only is it going to support Aerith and Vincent, it's going to support Yuffie as well. You could use Lucia to do that with her electric weapon. She can debuff magic defense, but that's not going to help Yuffie. So that's why I went with this setup. This is my setup for level 1 and 2, the triple DPS setup, and I'll get into this now. I'm doing a lot of chatting. Is it this one or this one? I think it's this one. Okay. Yeah, let's do a mock battle real quick. And I'll give you an idea of like when I like exit the battle and whatnot, you know, of like how a mock battle can be very similar, trying to make it very similar to a real attempt. The cool thing about this is that I can just kind of control Yuffie, and these two will just do their thing. So I'm just going to do Feisty Spirit, going to buff Yuffie, and these two are just going to do their thing. Vincent's going to debuff the Earth Imperil to 3 tiers down, and then after that it's just kind of a quick DPS. So as you can see, I'm trying to slow it down here. My Yuffie's doing 782,000. That's a big difference compared to what I was doing before, right? So it's that Quake debuff, the physical defense down, the Imperil on here too. And like I said before, guys, stay in sigil phase. Do not equip any freaking rune res. Do not equip things that will get you out of sigil phase, or else you're going to be heavily nerfing yourself in these fights. I pointed out in my previous video, but yeah, I just gotta repeat that, just to let y'all know. We're gonna speed this up. Oh, see now, Vincent needs to reapply the buff. I need to apply Yuffie's buff. Like I said, you gotta save limit breaks for the end. You don't even have to go defensive mode for this, or at least I don't anyway. Gravija can't kill you either, just like I mentioned, it's based on percentages. Alright. Oh, I did not mean to go in defense mode. Oops. Alright, so for here on out, you can get in probably one more attempt for each character. Or like one more attack. Okay? And after that, pop your limit breaks. And this is kind of a true mock of how the fight's gonna go. After this, just quit and you will see your score. So there we go, got it in, and now we're going to quit. And this is kind of, you know, it's not completely accurate, but this is about, you know, as accurate as I think you can make it to a real attempt for each stage. So with this stage 2, I got 28.35%. That's a new record for me, personal best. So yeah, not a triple DPS, but you know, Vincent is a sub DPS, but his Earth Imperil is just very nice to have. Very nice to have. Makes my Yuffie hit like a truck now, right? Even with her just being a physical attacker, right? So that was stage 2, and I'll run a stage 4 now. So the previous video I ran stage 1 and stage 5. You can see that video in the description below, but yeah, I'll run a stage 4 this time. So this is kind of similar, just I think this is a pretty safe setup. Matt here, he's going to be doing mostly AoE heals the fight for the whole fight, but I brought Bramble Spine. You can buff Yuffie's physical attack, so Yuffie doesn't have to do that herself. Saves a little bit of ATB, get in some more damage, but also if your main DPS is not a physical attacker, you can equip Stingray instead. This will debuff magic defense, and if you have this at OB6, you can debuff at high tier with just one cast. So yeah, most of the fight you're going to be doing AoE heals and PDEF up with Centipede, but the sub weapon, you know, kind of just depends on what your setup is. So yeah, Matt here, he's just a full-blown healer. I threw the P-Attack All Allies weapon in the back for him to support Yuffie, but yeah, look, 3,500 heal. He's going to be doing good heals for us. And the setup for Yuffie and Vincent is just pretty much the same, I believe. Actually, Vincent has a little bit more DPS. I gave him a Holiday Revolver instead of him having the P-Attack All Allies weapon. Alright, so yeah, let's do it. So, short fuse again. I mean, this is pretty much the same battle again. But the main difference here is that we are going to support Yuffie with Matt. We're going to use Stalwart Bravery to start it. She's already 3 tiers up, physical attack. And then it's kind of just mostly spamming Recovery Circle. You're going to have to time defensive mode at the right times, though. Or else if you time it at the wrong time, then you're going to kind of mess up. Like, see, like I was in defensive mode there, and then Vincent attacked, right? You have to time it so you're not interfering with their physical damage, or just their damage overall. So I'm trying to just wait till they both use it. Okay, now I can go in defensive mode. There we go. See, you just have to time it right, so you're not interfering with the damage they're doing. Do it again. See, yep, Vincent attacked too fast again. See, you just have to find that timing, right? Trying to wait for Yuffie, but like, see, I screwed up the timing again, right? I'm screwing this up live. My bad. So I'm gonna wait for Yuffie to attack here, and then I'll get in the Recovery Circle. There we go, and then I'll do a buff to our Yuffie. And there we go. It's definitely not going to be my best run, but I think y'all get the idea, right? Alright, easily survived that. And now, for the rest of the fight, I'm going to actually do a Stalwart Bravery on Vincent, so his Limit Break will do more damage. But now it's just kind of getting in some quick heroes here. And just making sure the other DPS is getting one more attack after this. So there we go. I'm going to do that. And that. And Vincent can get in probably 2 here. I think that's safe. Okay, I actually didn't get in Matt's second Limit Break, which kind of sucks. I think I had his slower charging one. So that's going to actually decrease the overall bonus for the other 2 Limit Breaks and summons. So after that, that's when you quit. So yeah, your quitting time is around 25 to 27 seconds, give or take. That will match the mock attempt with a real attempt. And, you know, 8.53-ish%. You know, not my best, but I think that's still, you know, kind of solid. I think my best is around 9-ish%. But, you know, I think that's pretty solid for a Vincent that does not have the Earth Arcanum costume, doesn't have the White Dog gun, and, you know, is just doing the best I can with, I guess, you know, not an ideal setup for this event. Like, obviously, you're just going to do better in this event if you draw on Vincent. You know, that is what it is. That's the case with every Ever Crisis event. But if you're a free-to-play or light-spending account, you obviously can't draw on every banner, right? So you got to pick and choose, and I guess this setup is more relatable to people, you know, that just can't draw on everything, right? So yeah, if you all learned a thing or two, yeah, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. I guess that's all I got, you know, when it comes to guild info and whatnot. Maybe I'll make another video soon, but we'll see. We're still sitting at rank 26 right now. Awesome, top 30. I hope that stands. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for all the support, and yeah, later.